day in the life of a job that no one else has. I'm not kidding. Let me know if you do this too. You can call me a car accident expert. You can call me a car accident consultant. You can call me a case manager for car accident cases. You may think you have one of those jobs, and you just may, but keep listening because there's much more to this. And maybe one day you can do it too, or we can team up together. Keep listening. Here's the story. I was interning for a brand new law firm that just opened up a couple months before I joined the firm. So I basically jump into a law firm that's still trying to get all their structure set up at their firm, and I become the guy that needs to do everything for everyone. You need coffee? I got it. You need me to drive somebody? I got it. You need me to take a phone call with an insurance company? I got it. You need me to set someone up with a doctor? I got it. You need me to file stuff in a small back room by myself, twiddling my thumbs because I'm really bored? I got it. I shadowed this lawyer. I shadowed that lawyer. I shadowed this medical case manager. I shadowed this case manager. I shadowed this litigation paralegal and this receptionist. You need me to answer phones at the receptionist? Sure, I got it. Basically minimum wage, I might add. I'm really not sure where it's all gonna go. And then this day, everything took a turn. I was shadowing one of the to-be lawyers who was signing up all the new cases in the law firm, and he was going to leave to go study for the bar, and they were gonna go try to hire someone else to sign up the new cases in the law firm. And then I raised my hand and said, whoa, 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 whoa. I would love to be that guy. Can you give me a chance? So in a brand new law firm, I was granted the position as the guy that signed up new cases, case manager, consultant, everything that the lawyer would do except go to court. I had already done pretty much every position at the law firm, but now I was starting in this position where you're signing up a new client, which means that you learn from A to Z how a car accident case goes. You take the phone call with the new client and explain all the ins and outs of the car accident industry, and if you sign up the case, great. You then have to get the contract signed up. Send out a notice to the insurance company to let them know that you're representing this client. Help the client facilitate their first medical treatment and make sure that they understand that they need to explain to the doctor all the injuries that they have with their case. I needed to set up a task list in all of the chat rooms that we have for each client. I sent out a welcome email and designed graphics for that welcome email. I designed templates for medical doctors, templates for insurance companies on all the emails. I collected all the documentation. I would go out to scenes sometimes and take photos, grab all the videos, the photos, the insurance cards, the licenses, everything to do with the accident case. I would get all that information. If it was a commercial case, I would have to send out a preservation notice to the commercial company as well as their registered agent. I would have to investigate car accident cases where liability is not clear. Who ran the red light? I don't really know. Can we get video footage from a nearby building? Is there a possibility that there's a witness out there? Can we get that witness to sign a notarized affidavit? Get the insurance company to accept responsibility for this accident. Help our client go through the property damage process by guiding them on what their vehicle could potentially be worth, helping them whether they're getting their vehicle repaired, their vehicle totaled. Then holding their hand through the medical development process, making sure they're getting all the treatment that they possibly need, following up with the medical providers and making sure that they are paying attention to our client's case so that their case doesn't slip through the cracks in their office. Then it's requesting all of the records, all of the bills, making sure the records and bills are all in proper format and they don't say anything crazy. Then it's helping our clients understand that getting us lost joy letters like their friends, their family, their co-workers, their friends, their acquaintances, whoever, if they've recognized that they've suffered in some type of way because of this accident, we want them to write a letter that says so. Then comes the demand time, which is a presentation of the case. So it has all the records, the bills, the insurance information, how the accident happened, police reports, photos, possibly videos, witness statements, everything. Sometimes these demand letters are 300 to 500 pages long, and sometimes it's only a couple pages. It depends on the type of case. It depends on how much limits we're going after, which is another thing that I would have to find out how much are the limits that we're going after. And once you understand how much those limits are, you need to pay close attention to your client's medical treatment to make sure they're not getting too much medical treatment and that they're finding that sweet spot. Once the demand goes out, you need to follow up with the insurance company if they don't reach out to you. You need to see what their first offer is, and then you have to negotiate the car accident settlement. Okay, throughout my career, 13 years in, I have done every single thing that I've just mentioned, and I continue to do it to this day. I kid you not, I believe that I do all of this more than any of the lawyers do it, and probably more than most lawyers on this planet do it, because most lawyers stick with the courtroom process and don't deal with a lot of the pre-litigation stuff, which is settling a case before you have to file the lawsuit. This is my area. This is my ball game. I do this every single day. There's a very specific strategy that I use when I negotiate. Once we get the offer on the table, we need to go back to all those medical providers and try to reduce the bills as low as we possibly can, to try to put as much money in the client's pocket as we possibly can. We need to get together a disbursement for the client to sign that shows where every single penny is going on the case. All things that I continue to do. Managing expectations, having client control, because we're honest, we work hard, we fight hard, we're very transparent, there's no surprises. All right, 5 years ago, I started to see that the law firm was spending a lot of money on marketing to try to generate new cases. And I came in, and I believe this is God-given. He gave me a vision to put together a website, to put together a social media plan where I educated the public on car accident cases. I started in Texas. TexasCarAccidents.com is the website that I currently own. All my social media handles were at Texas Car Accidents, and then all of a sudden I started to get calls, texts, messages from people injured in car accidents in different states. The bigger vision was to be able to help people in all 50 states, but it came a lot sooner than I thought. So it was rebranded to Car Accident Expert. We're working on a bigger website now for just car accidents in general for all 50 states. And now we're handling cases outside of Texas as well. I think I have cases in probably at least 30 to 40 different states. I have formed relationships with great law firms that I trust in all these states. I have formed relationships with medical providers that I trust in all these states to be able to make sure that our client is going through the right process, they're in good hands, and they can get the highest possible car accident settlement. So not only am I working for the law firm that I still work for, but I also have my own company that generates new cases that can go to any firm possible. I'm pretty sure that you don't have this job because when I was building this business, I saw no models that I can go off of. There's a lot of shady middleman marketing companies out there that try to be pretenders, but they were not in the industry as long as I have been. They don't understand what I understand. They have not been in the gutter. They have not been in the trenches with these clients hours and hours and hours, texting and calling 24 hours a day. I've been in it for a long time, and this is why I've gotten good at what I do. I'm very remote. I work in many different cities. I work in many different states. I get on the plane a lot, and that is okay. This is the life that I live right now, and I'm outside of a Starbucks right now because I was working there today. Tomorrow, I'm probably going to work somewhere else. But we keep going. We keep putting our foot on the gas. Of course, as long as there's not a car in front of us. Car accident joke. Well, that was spontaneous too. Anyway, every single day, I'm going. If you would like a free case evaluation, I'm your guy. I can give you the A to Z, help you understand everything. 832-925-2030. God bless you and have a great week.